Hello students, today we will first study displacement reaction. See, displacement reactions, they are those chemical reactions which take place when an element which it replace another element in a compound. Actually, the reaction is the most reactive element. Suppose X is the most reactive element. Out of X and Y, X is more reactive, and when this more reactive element it displaces less reactive element from its salt solution. Suppose YZ is an aqueous solution and X being more reactive, it displaces Y from this aqueous solution and XZ is formed and Y is substituted. Such type of reactions are called displacement reaction, in which more reactive element displaces the less reactive element from its salt solution. Such reactions are called displacement reaction. And see a series of metals having the higher reactivity, according to their reactivity they are arranged here, like potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, platinum and gold. Like this is the most reactive element and the reactivity it decreases down the group. It means K can displace all these elements from the salt solution. Ca can displace all the lower elements. Copper, it can displace mercury, silver, platinum and gold from its salt solution, like this. So this is the reactivity series of metals and you have to learn it. The ability of an element to displace another, it is determined by its relative position in the electrochemical series. This displacement, it is determined by seeing the position in the electrochemical series. See, examples are there, like suppose zinc is added in aqueous solution of copper sulfate. So zinc being more reactive, it will displace copper from its salt solution and we will obtain zinc sulfate and copper. In a similar manner, more electronegative non-metal, the non-metal which is more electronegative, it will displace the less electronegative non-metal from the solution. Like KCl will be formed along with the formation of bromine. If we have taken magnesium and we have added it to copper sulfate solution, aluminium to copper sulfate and iron to copper sulfate. If we see the electrochemical series, see, it's magnesium, aluminium and iron. Magnesium, aluminium and iron, and all these three are more reactive than copper. It means these three metals, they can replace copper from its salt solution, and here MgSO4 plus Cu will be formed. Here aluminium sulfate Al2SO4 whole thrice plus Cu will be formed, and here FeSO4 plus Cu will be formed. All these three elements are more reactive than copper, so they will displace copper from its salt solution. Metals above hydrogen in the electrochemical series, that is active metals, are seen to displace hydrogen from dilute acids. See, if acids are there, in all the acids hydrogen ion is present, hydrogen is present here. It means all those metals which are present above hydrogen in the electrochemical series, they can displace hydrogen of acid, and all those which are present below the hydrogen like copper, mercury, silver, platinum and gold, if we put these metals in any acid, they will not at all react with acids. They cannot displace this hydrogen from acids, all those which are present below hydrogen. These metals are called noble metals. See, noble gases are different gases, and these are noble metals which cannot displace hydrogen from acids. And all the metals which are present above hydrogen here in the electrochemical series, they can displace hydrogen from acids. So here we have taken the example of magnesium, zinc, iron. Iron, here it is reacting with H2SO4, and here it is reacting with HCl. All these metals are more reactive than hydrogen, so they can easily displace hydrogen from the acids. See, if we'll put magnesium in HCl, MgCl2 and hydrogen will be formed. Zinc in sulfuric acid, zinc sulfate plus hydrogen, Fe plus H2SO4, FeSO4 plus hydrogen, and Fe plus HCl, FeCl2 plus hydrogen. So these are the examples of displacement reaction. Displacement reaction means the reaction in which more reactive element displaces the less reactive element from its salt solution. Now the other type of reactions which we'll discuss today, they are double decomposition reactions, and in double decomposition reactions we'll study precipitation reactions only today. Double displacement reactions are of two types. The one is precipitation and the other one is neutralization. Neutralization we will study in another class. Today we will study about the precipitation reaction. See, double decomposition reactions are chemical reactions in which both reactants are decomposed to give two new compounds. See, suppose XY is one reactant and AB is another reactant. Here what happens? XY also decomposes and AB also decomposes, and here exchange of radical take place. See, Y will take the position of B here and B will take the position of Y here. Like this exchange of radicals takes place. It means XB will be formed and AY will be formed. See, like this. The one which is written first, it is positive ion, and the second one is a negative ion. Here also C plus and D minus, and here the exchange of radicals takes place. See, A will combine with D forming AD, and C plus will combine with B minus forming CB. Precipitation reaction. See, double decomposition reactions are alright, that where the exchange of radicals take place, but what is the meaning of precipitation here? Reaction between two compounds in aqueous solution. Both the compounds, they should be in their aqueous state. Aqueous means when a solid substance or solid salt, it is dissolved in water, the state is called aqueous state. Aqueous solutions to give two new compounds. Here two compounds are reacting to give two new compounds, and the reactant, they should be in their aqueous state. When the two new compounds are formed, one of the compound which is obtained, it is insoluble. The insoluble compound is called precipitate. Here we'll take the examples like calcium chloride, aqueous solution of calcium chloride. Calcium chloride dissolved in water. Sodium carbonate dissolved in water. When the aqueous solution of these two compounds are mixed with each other, NaCl is formed along with the formation of CaCO3, and CaCO3 calcium carbonate, it is insoluble in water, so it will be obtained in the solid state. If we'll put the test tube aside for few minutes, this calcium carbonate, it will settle down at the bottom of the test tube. Here are the other examples also, like aqueous solution of zinc nitrate with sodium carbonate, NaNO3, zinc carbonate. Zinc carbonate is a precipitate here. Zinc sulfate and ammonium carbonate, ammonium sulfate and zinc carbonate. Zinc carbonate is a precipitate here. Lead nitrate, aqueous solution of lead nitrate with aqueous solution of sodium chloride. We will get sodium nitrate, aqueous sodium nitrate, and PbCl2 will precipitate out. Lead chloride, it is insoluble, and the substance which is insoluble, that insoluble salt is called precipitate. Next one is lead nitrate and sodium sulfate. Lead nitrate and sodium sulfate will combine together. Exchange of radicals will take place. Na will combine with nitrate to form NaNO3, and lead with this sulfate ion to form lead sulfate, which will precipitate out. Rest will study in our next class. Thank you, students.